say I very much enjoyed this show. There's probably like one or two things that I wasn't huge about when it came to this pay-per-view, but for the most part, I very much did like it. I was a very big fan of the Cody and Kevin Owens match. Definitely a lot of storytelling here. It seems we're not done with this feud, and even though they said Cody's going to move on to solo, I think that there's probably a possibility that Kevin Owens might get involved in that in some way, shape, or form. Because I definitely don't think that we've finished this story between these two, and I think that there is a lot of good back and forth action in this match that really proved that these two can really go with one another. And it was very interesting. I saw some people were like, oh, this was a boring match, but to me it very much carried a good chunk of the show in the very beginning, and I was very surprised to see it as the opener, but also very pleased that it was the opener. One of the things that I really enjoyed was the storytelling aspect of seeing Kevin Owens really fight his inner dark side of trying to, attack Cody. I mean, we had the spot where, Cody tried to do a moonsault off of the top rope, and we saw Kevin Owens, as soon as he saw that Cody was, thriving in pain in his leg, which Cody sold tremendously in this match. You saw like a moment of Kevin Owens looking to take advantage of that, and it's very much like the old Kevin Owens. And we've been teased throughout the week, or even throughout the past couple weeks, that we are getting that Kevin Owens back, especially because he's switched his arsenal up from using the pump up power bomb as his finisher again, and the stunner as a signature, and even just how he is presented is a little bit different. And we also had the tease, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, when he almost hit him with the title, in the back. I love that we're doing these teases and stuff like that, and I love that they didn't pull the trigger. I know a lot of people were very upset by this, and they were like, oh, well, they have to pull the trigger. Nah. I think that when it comes to with storytelling in WWE, giving in too early just ruins the satisfaction of what we are trying to achieve. And I think that when it comes to the Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes feud that we have currently, I don't think it's boring. I think that it's a slow burn to be something fantastic, and that's what I'm very much looking forward to going forward with this feud. I definitely see the bits and the pieces, being planted, and I know everybody wants him to move on to Randy Orton, and I'm sure at some point we will absolutely get that. Probably prior to WrestleMania or something like that, maybe Royal Rumble. But I'm very much enjoying what we're doing with Kevin Owens because of the fact that Kevin Owens is personally like one of my favorite superstars right now, or wrestler in the WWE. And I always found that Kevin Owens was really underutilized, despite the fact that he's been in plenty of title matches, especially against Roman Reigns. But I felt that here we really got to see Kevin shine in this match. I definitely felt like there were moments where, if you weren't paying attention to the feud, you could definitely see that maybe Kevin Owens might go over. You know what I mean? Like, because the thing is, when I watched this pay-per-view with a woman who she's never seen WWE before, and so she was very much cheering for Kevin Owens, and she was really getting into the pay-per-view, which was great for me because I was just like, wow, I didn't think you'd like this. But yeah, I thought that this match was a very good start of their feud, and I'm looking forward to where we go next with it. Okay, and now we go to a match that I was not really huge on. I think that what we're trying to do with Jade Cargill is we're trying to give her exposure, we're trying to build her as a credible superstar, and that's all great. That is absolutely all great. What I don't like is the fact that in order for us to do that, we have to kind of take away the credibility of another group of superstars, and that's what I feel like we're doing with Unholy Union. Like, why have them win at, Clash of the Castle if you're just gonna just swap it the next pay-per-view. That doesn't make sense to me. And the thing that I don't like is we're trying to build this feud between Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, which is completely inevitable. They're very much the current version of the Mega Powers, as I feel like when it comes to them. And I find that by us using other people to kind of build them, it's just not really working, because I feel like they shouldn't have won. I feel like it would have made sense if they lost the match, so that you could show the very short dissension between the two of them and the short fuse that one of them will fully, unleash on one another, whether it's Bianca or whether it's Jade, which is probably the likely one. I think that when you don't have an idea with what you're doing with these two, it's very noticeable when you try to use other people who you're supposed to be putting up and put them down. And I think that that's one of the things that, man, these women's titles, these women's tag team championships, I don't get why they're tossed around so much. I really don't. You have so many credible teams. You have so many talented women in the roster who deserve their flowers and they deserve to be utilized, and I don't know why we just focus primarily on these two. I don't get it, especially because of the fact that, it's clear that we have tag teams that work together. You have Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. You have Unholy Union. You have Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. You have all of these teams. Even, I don't even want to, give them so much credit, because I don't really care that much about them. What are they called? The one with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark and Sonya Deville? The worst. The Fusion Collective? Some stupid crap like that. One of the worst names that came up with in the post-Vince era. Yeah, even that, I'm just like, okay, if we're building this team and the team's supposed to do this, are they the ones that are going to dethrone Bianca and Jade? If that's what we do, then that's what we're going to do. Okay. But, yeah, I don't think that Unholy Union should have lost right away, especially in a big title match like that. It just doesn't make sense to me, and this very, very much soured my taste in the show, just for this one particular match. And, yeah, let's move on to Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Okay, these two, right now, for me, are doing probably the best work they've done, period. I think that the storyline between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk has been one of the best wrestling storylines lately, and even just how it started to where it's going, I'm very much invested, and, just the brutality that these two unleashed on each other in that strap match was quite something. And even the moments where, CM Punk was, using Drew McIntyre to also touch the goalposts, kind of. I don't know why I'm saying goalposts, but they're posts, but, they had to touch each corner, and, I forgot about that when it comes to strap matches. I really did, but, I like that they made it an interesting match, because sometimes I've definitely felt strap matches to be kind of boring, especially when I remembered what it actually is. But it was very funny, because the person I was watching with, she was able to pick up on what's supposed to happen in the match, and she even called something out where she was like, "Oh, wait, why is he pinning him? That's not the rules." And I was literally just like, "You actually understand it? Wow, okay, that's amazing." But also, it was just because of the fact that I was enjoying it, but I also was enjoying that she was enjoying it, because I was like, okay, so, this really is an entertaining match. And I really enjoyed the selling job from Drew McIntyre in this match. I mean, he sold those GTSs perfectly. And that one last one that he sold, wow. I was literally like, that man is done. That man is cooked. It was a beautiful sell. just because, like, he took it, and then the way he landed was just literally like if he had just been, unalived. It was, it was tremendous. And, it looks like what we're doing is we're doing a Drew wins one, CM Punk wins one, and then we go to the, the third match in the series, which will probably be, a big, big finale of their feud, which, my God, this feud has cooked for 2024, maybe even a bit of 2023. I don't remember if that's when they started, but yeah. And of course, at some point Seth is going to come back into it too, which is going to be great too, but like, yeah, I'm very much invested in this feud. Probably this feud out of everything going on right now in WWE. And now we move on to Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, the Terror Twins, versus Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. This was a match that I thought was fine. I thought it was good. But I definitely feel like, again, the wrong people won. I think that when it came to this, Liv Morgan and Dominic need to win. And the reason that they needed to win was to prove just how strong they are without, without Rhea, and how they are strong without Damian Priest, as they were, the original, I guess you would call them the leaders of Judgment Day. And I felt that it made them look a little bit weak in comparison to that. And I know you want the crowd to go home happy. I understand that very much so. It's just that when people turn heel, or people, decide to separate themselves from something, I feel like they need to have those moments where they shine in those important matches that really, like, I think, like, back when, like, Seth Rollins, like, left the Shield, and then just, like, after he left the Shield, he was just dominating everything. And I get it, because we're kind of doing that with Damian Priest. But Dominic and Liv needed that win to have some type of credibility to me. And maybe it's just because it's a tag team match, it doesn't really matter. But in my personal opinion, I think that they should have won that match. And, we get to kind of still milk on this Terror Twins, storyline that we got going on with these two and the Judgment Day. It definitely should have been the other way around for the first time that they face. Especially because we definitely want to build toward Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. And I think that it would have made more sense if once again Damian Priest was screwed by Finn Balor in some way, shape, or form in this match. But we got the result that we got, and again, I'm not saying it's a horrible choice. I just don't think that it was the right choice personally. But now we move on to the main event. This was absolutely one of the main events for the ages. I think that the in-ring chemistry between Gunther and Randy Orton is unmatched. I think that these two delivered a match better than their King of the Ring tournament match, and they really pulled out all the stops in this match. I think that this was my personal match of the night, and even just the fact that, like, Randy sold the chops so well. I mean, like, but, you could hear those chops, and they were loud and vicious, and oh my God, I loved it. And even the spot where Randy, set up the stairs, and he dropped Gunther on the table from pretty high up, like, that was something. And, even just dissecting his body and attacking him, it was like Gunther never had an opponent like this before, and that was really remarkable in this match. And all the false finishes in this match, and the determination for Gunther to hit the powerbomb on Randy, and he just kept struggling, like, that was so good to me in terms of the story between these two. And of course, Gunther went over in this match, and he won with the rear naked choke. But leading up to all of that was tremendous, and a great closer for the pay-per-view. And I love the fact that it ends with the two of them shaking hands, just because they put on a hell of a match together. And Randy took Gunther to his limits 100%. And I think that
he delivered when he said he wanted to get the best version of Randy Orton out there. And I haven't seen Randy Orton put on a match like that in forever. And yeah, I'm very pleased that we get to see Randy. You know, he's definitely in the last years of his career, but the fact that he's still able to put on matches like this at his age is incredible. And the fact that Gunther came from where he came from, dominating in the Indies, to NXT UK, and to now, oh my god, determination he put into himself to really go above and beyond really is something that we can say is pretty inspirational. And yeah, I fully was invested in this match, probably the most out of everything on the card. And it was, like I said, it was a fantastic closer for the crowd, and just a handshake really solidified the deal for me. But anyway, guys, I don't want to keep you guys very long, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on Bash in Berlin. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, the photographs in this video. I worked pretty damn hard on those, and I really love making them for you guys. So if you guys enjoy that, let me know in the comments if you guys are enjoying the photographs, because yeah, it's fun for me. But anyway, guys, stay tuned, because I will be doing a figure 2-pack unboxing pretty soon. And this is Blitz saying peace.